Hey, what's going on out there? I would like to welcome every single one of you to Water Your Soil. So before I get into this video, I would like to say, if you're new around here, I have two rules on this channel. The first rule is for you to always use your own discretion when it comes to credit cards and credit scores. The second rule, that's for you to verify whatever it is you learn, whether it's on this channel, another channel, or anywhere. That should be a rule to life. So getting into the video. This video right here is going to be one of the most important videos that I've ever done. Now, I'm a content creator, so every video that I do is important, of course. It's like telling people to choose their favorite child. I create these videos, and when it comes to videos, you never know which video can help people the most. But there's a reason why I say this video is more important, and I'm going to get into that later. So this video is going to be a news article, and it's going to be about a recent news article that was released this week by CNBC. And I'm going to get right into it. I don't want to waste your time. So let's get right into it. It reads, "One move can help your kid land a high credit score in the future," says CFP and father of 6, "but avoid this dangerous pitfall." Now, the article was published on September 5th, 2024, and it was by Cheyenne Devon from CNBC. It further reads, "If you're a parent, there's a relatively simple move you can make to set your kids up to have a healthy credit score before they're even old enough to tap a card at the register. Make them an authorized user on your credit card. Your child will get their own card that's connected to your account and have access to your card's credit limit. However, as the primary card holder, you'll still see what purchases they make, and you're responsible for paying off the balance each month." Now, as you can see from the article, you see where we're getting. This is about making your kids authorized users. And a lot of times, especially in the community where I grew up, credit scores and credit cards, they really weren't discussed in a good light. You were informed to stay away from credit cards because they were treated like the boogeyman. If you go near a credit card, it's bad for you because it could land you in debt. Now, I appreciate that advice because there's a lot of truth to that advice. I mean, look at it right now. We're currently in $1.14 trillion in credit card debt. So, of course, that's very true when it comes to that advice. However, there's the other side. And when I was 18, I didn't have good credit. And myself and others could have had good credit had we been authorized user on other accounts. Now, it all comes down to education and knowledge being spread, which is why I'm on here informing you all, especially those of you with kids, or let's say you have a younger sibling, or let's say you have a niece or nephew that you look after and they're under 18. Take this advice, because this is some solid advice. This is something that adults often don't pay attention to. And when you start kids off the right way, especially when it comes to personal finance, they'll usually remember and carry that knowledge throughout their adulthood. But let's get further into the article, because there's a kick to this, which is why I want you all to stay around to the end of the video, because there is another side to this. So let's get further into it. It reads, "I think it's a great way to essentially let them start building credit." Greg Merced, a CFP, father of 6, and co-founder CEO of Busy Kid Money Management app, tells CNBC Make It. It further reads, "You can give a little bit of oversight while they're learning the world of credit. Your positive credit habits, such as consistently making on-time payments and keeping your credit utilization low, can become a part of your child's credit report and give them a good foundation to begin building their own credit after they turn 18. Just make sure to ask your card issuer if it reports the payment history of authorized users to the credit bureaus." Now, that last part mentioned is important because you want to make sure authorized users with that card are being reported to the 3 major credit bureaus. Also, what you want to make sure of is that you are responsible. That's a key part of this article that's highlighted. You want to be responsible, because some people may say, hey, I'm going to make my child an authorized user. And let's say there's someone who's carrying over balances, or there's someone with high utilization, or they're not paying on time, or they're in high amounts of debt with that card. It could be any of those things, and any of those things can also hurt that child's credit. So yes, while this article is great because it's highlighting a great thing that can spark generational wealth for a family, because having a good credit score is a good start for that, but it also can hurt. I remember back in the day, and some of you may be able to relate to this and some of you probably won't be able to. But when I was growing up, it was a common theme in my community. I grew up on the east side of Buffalo. And back then when I was growing up, sometimes parents, they would put certain utility bills in their child's name. And when they would put bills in their child's name, sometimes they would be late, sometimes they would default, and sometimes they wouldn't pay. And that would end up hurting their child's credit. And there have been a lot of stories over the years, and people talk about it in hindsight. They talk about how growing up, their credit was ruined by their parent because they put bills in their names and they weren't paying. Well, this has the same impact when it comes to these credit cards. If you are going to put a child as an authorized user on your credit card account, make sure that you are going to treat that credit card correctly. Don't just go and be sloppy with the card and think that you're going to help your kid out and you're going to help build their credit. You have to be responsible with the card. This is something that I will only encourage people who are responsible with credit cards to do. So yes, if you're someone who pay off your statement balance in full every month, if you're someone who pays on time every month, and yes, if you are someone who keeps your utilization low, recommended 10% or less. If you're someone that fits that criteria, then you are a perfect candidate for someone who could have kids or anyone else as an authorized user. But if you don't fit the criteria, the things that I mentioned, you want to second guess doing that until you are in a position to manage your credit card accounts correctly. This is a warning. You do not want to put kids on your credit card accounts if you're not going to be responsible with them. If you're not going to pay on time, you're not going to watch your credit card utilization, and you're going to carry high amounts of debt, you are going to hurt that kid's credit score potential, especially if they are on there as an authorized user. So be careful. I'm going to get further into the article. It says, it's also worth considering your own score. You don't need to have a perfect 850 for your child to benefit from being an authorized user, Merced says, unless your score is poor. It can help them more than likely unless you got a trashy history, he says. If you're pretty responsible and have a pretty good credit score, it'll help them. However, adding a child as an authorized user without teaching them how to manage money responsibly can put your own credit score at risk if you're not careful, he says. And then it further says, here are 3 steps to take ahead of making this move, according to Merced. Now, the link to the article is going to be in the description box below, so you could check out those 3 steps. But I pretty much covered them on this channel, and I cover them all the time. If you look at the homepage of this channel, you'll see a credit card help for beginner playlist, and you'll see a credit score help for beginner playlist. Those things that are covered in this article further down are also covered on this channel. But that's another thing about this article that you want to pay attention to. If you give a card to a kid, and they go and they're irresponsible because you didn't teach them how to use it correctly, they can in return hurt your credit score as well. So you want to be careful when doing that. So what you want to do is you want to teach your kid the principles of credit scores and how credit scores come about. I have videos on this channel for that. You also want to teach your kid how to be responsible with a credit card. Teach them about credit card utilization and things like that. Also, another thing that you may want to consider is setting a limit on the card that you have for them as an authorized user. You are able to do that with most banks. So try to set a spending limit on that card. That way, they don't go over that spending limit. And until they know the basic principles of credit scoring and credit cards, you hold on to it. But either way, the card is for them. So you want to make sure that you teach them. That's the key. Teaching them early how to do it, and it could benefit your family for generations to come, because once kids start learning about credit early on and they learn how to manage these credit cards early on, that would then have a domino effect, and hopefully later in life they'll avoid things such as credit card debt, which a lot of people know debt gets in the way of net worth and things like that. So I just wanted to highlight this video. This is a new news article, and I'm going to continue to bring these type of videos. I think these videos are very important, especially when it concerns the youth. A lot of times people ask me and they're like, hey, why aren't credit scores and the management of credit cards taught in schools? And I think it's designed to be that way. They don't want people to know. The world thrives off of other people's debt. And that's where we are right now. So as parents and as responsible people, you have to be the teacher. You have to teach them, and you have to let them know and get them started early. And this is the perfect time and the perfect article and video to help you do that. So I just wanted to make this video to let you all know that. I appreciate those of you for coming by and watching these videos, leaving comments. Hey, I have a video that I did, a live stream. I did it the other day with Sledge from Sledge Inc. team. It's a very informative video. You want to check out that video. Make sure you go and check it out. It's my most previous video before this one. So you want to check out that video. Very informative, unlocking the secrets of credit cards, and it's with Sledge Inc. team, so check that video out. But I hope that you all gain something from this video. The youth are just as important as we are as adults, but I appreciate every single one of you for stopping by. If you're new around here and you're feeling the vibe, this is Water Your Soil. Be sure to hit the subscribe button, turn on all notifications. That way you don't miss a future video because I post often. That's clicking on the bell and selecting all. Also, this goes to every single one of you, including my subscribers. Be sure to hit the like button. It literally takes a second. Hit the like button, share the video, leave a comment, whatever you feel you need to do. But make sure that you hit the like button. I appreciate every single one of you for watching. This is Water Your Soil, and I'm out. You know, those who are new with credit cards, maybe just now getting into this, what would you say are some secrets to getting approved for credit cards? Because like I said, I'm talking to you. You're someone with a lot of credit cards and you have a lot of experience with this. So what's your side and your angle when it comes to the secrets for getting approved for credit cards?
I think the number one thing is knowing which credit bureau a card pulled from.
Yeah.
You know, because if you're looking at inquiries and things like that, if you know which bureau that bank pulled from, it gives you a big leg up on things. And then the next thing would probably be, like I say, limited time sign up bonuses or some type of exclusive offer. If they're giving that, they want to give away that card.
Wait. Before you leave, be sure to check out the description box below. That way you can have all the credit resources from Water Your Soil. Also, be sure to hit the subscribe button, the like button as well, all right? In the description box below, I always tell people, check out the description box below for extra resources from Water Your Soil. Part of the description box also showcases my book that I have. I have a book. It's been out for a while now. It's been out for years. It's titled Strategies to Master Credit. The book is available. It's on Amazon. It's on Barnes & Noble. Most online bookstores have the book. And the book is basically about how FICO credit scoring works. Once you understand how FICO credit scoring works, you're pretty much on your way to helping yourself build, develop, and maintain a good credit score. So check the book out whenever you get a chance.